Let's give a big thank you to Tony for that fine tribute to a fine man, DJ the Jimmer. I hope you're excited because the final Wooden Breakfast radio program of all time is about to begin right here on 88.7 WLUW. Let's do this. You are listening to 88.7 WLUW, Chicago Sound Alliance, broadcasting from the campus of Loyola University. I'm DJ the Jimmer, and this is the Wooden Breakfast radio program. Hold on. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here come the waterworks. Hold on to your hats as you're about to experience 2 hours of radio fun. The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. I am DJ the Jimmer, and this is my final radio broadcast coming from you, coming from me, coming from us in the campus of Loyola University on 88.7 WLUW. As you can probably already tell, I haven't given much thought to this final episode, other than the fact that it's made me very, very sad, even the thought of it. In the studio with me, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And he heard rhythmic slapping sounds.
I have some very special guests with me. You remember him from a couple of weeks ago when he was in here with his darling sister, Patrick.
Yep, great to be here again.
DJ John Donson.
Chon Donson.
DJ Chon Donson is in the house and in the studio with me. A man that you have heard on every single Wooden Breakfast radio program except for the first 3. He has called in every single time there has been a program. I guess the cat's out of the bag. The person who calls in just after 7 o'clock and pretends to be a myriad of different characters, my dear friend and comedy partner, Christopher Coop.
Good morning, Chicago.
Christopher Coop is in the house. Chris,
Yes.
He drove in last night from Omaha, Nebraska, where he makes all of his calls from, and got a hotel room. And he came here just to do the final Wooden Breakfast radio program. And I got to tell you, that means the world to me. And I'm already breaking up a little bit because I'm very sad. I am very sad that this is my last radio program. Just so you know, you can call and heap adulation and praise onto DJ the Jimmer at 773-508-WLUW. Call in and talk about all the times Jimmer's kept you from committing suicide. It's a pleasure to have you on the program, Chris.
Pleasure to be here.
I need you to talk right into the microphone.
All right.
Now,
well,
come
it's
on.
away from me. I'm a little short.
Oh, my God.
Go.
Sorry for that horrible noise that sounds like a jackhammer blasting you right in the ears. That is Chris.
That's me.
Chris, I think we should start right off the gate. Should we start with a montage? With the first montage,
Yeah.
Chris is a computer whiz, and he has, much like young Patrick in the other room here, young Patrick, Wooden Breakfast super fan.
Yep.
He's in the other room, and they're both computer whizzes. And I think we might start. He put together a couple of montages of different moments in the show set to music. What was your thought behind making these montages, Chris?
Was the thought?
Other than the fact that I begged you to do it. I was like, make something that makes me sound amazing.
Yeah, well, I just went through some of the archives of some of the audio and just thought, why not?
You picked up some of the greatest moments?
Some of the moments. I don't know if they're greatest.
Okay. Do you think there were ever any great moments?
There were the
Patrick, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, actually, every moment is a great moment when you're on the air, Jimmer.
Oh, gee. See, now, this is why I keep this kid around.
Yeah, it's like the lowest hanging fruit. That's what I grab and put in the montage.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Well, let's start off the Wood and Breakfast radio program final show. Hashtag Please Jimmer Don't Go. Hashtag Jimmer What Will We Do Without You. Hashtag Jimmer and Patrick and Chris 2014 Buddy Cop movie ? Those are all things that you can use. Let's listen to the first montage of great moments right here on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. I haven't checked the audio. I turned your mic off just for a second because I'm going to need to turn them off. I haven't checked the levels on this, so I'll adjust it. Here we go. So I started my car, and I started to drive away from the small town I called home. I was looking for a new start. So I punched the gas and cruised down Main Street on my way out of town. And as I drove past the Arby's on Main Street, I laughed and hit the gas as I saw my family waiting for me. Doors wide open. Holy macaroni. I just want to do good, okay? That's all I've ever wanted to do is good. Oh my God, what's Alf gonna do today? And it turns out he grew up to be Clark Gable. Anyway, we would go in to the weight training room, and we'd go straight to the Nautilus neck machine, and we'd work on our necks. How are you doing today? This is indeed my lovely wife, the lovely Lady Jasmine, calling into the radio program in a fit of jealous rage, and I can only say that makes me feel so good that after all this time, you're still ready to...
Tell you off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So I'm officially a member of the Money Boys crew now. I'm going ahead and nominating myself. Right now, they're a nonviolent group, but I think with a little work, I can turn it into some sort of violent deal. We started neck fighting for people in the weight training class, and they would gather around us. Now I know why they didn't play your song, because you've got a filth mouth. Would you still listen if it was called Neck Stories? David in Glenview, thanks for calling in. All right, and why don't you buy a swear jar while you're at it? On the Wood and Breakfast Radio Pugga. I love you all very much. All right, that was montage number 1 on the Wood and Breakfast final radio program. That phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. Oh, look, we already have a caller. Jimmer, this is the Dark Lord Satan. And as soon as this show is over, it will be time to pay me for the years of radio I've given you. Come to me, Jimmer. Come into the bowels of hell and take your place beside me on my throne. I will put a chain around your neck, and I will watch you dance. dance. That was Satan calling in. So anyway, Chris, we were trying to figure out, Chris Coop is on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. Even on the last show, nobody gives a crap. We were trying to talk about all the different characters you've played over the years, and this is not even all of them. This is just a small sampling of the radio, of the characters you've played over the years. So just to give you an idea, for those of you who are longtime listeners, here is just a smattering of the characters he's played over the years, and I'll try and read these quickly. We've got Timmy Titlin, Camel Stevens, Ben Larth, Cashews Whipwater, Silly Samuel, Topher McGannis, the reality TV reviewer, Cody Brown, the movie reviewer, Elaine Wells, Dr. Albert Pinegrove, psychotherapist, Colonel Eugene Dandelganger, an Army guy whose idea was to put my radio show on the front lines to have the enemy kill themselves after listening to the show. Rudy's dad, Angelica Houston, Simon Morrison, who is a ghost catcher. And he's also a guy who can't stop saying empty nest, who has and he's trapped the ghost of Richard Mulligan in his basement. Who else do we have here? We have Sex Man. Sex Man was one of my favorites.
That was one of my, that's a good one.
Diane Keaton, Natalie Merchant, who is Scum. Mm-hmm. Aaron, the lead singer of Moose Pillows. The owner of the Little Tiddlers Daycare Center. At least 50 different people who called in to just say they hated the show. Danny, the guy who's drinking Woolite in his basement. Mr. Preg, the high school principal of Patrick's school, who has a Ziggy fetish and a phone sex addiction. Martin, who's the obsessed Santana fan. The Elvin Tweens, which is
one person.
Which is one guy, but he's the Bonnaroo guy who's obsessed with the Gummy Bears song. The accountant who made a theme park in his basement. Spank guy who called in to talk about all the times he's spanked different celebrities and they've spanked him. He's called in as my brother Mikey and Nikki, who are both in jail. DJ Tummy Tum, my radio rival.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, you can pepper a little bit of them in there, if you even remember them. Bobby Beltlicker, who's my suspicious neighbor. He thinks that I'm holding a witch service in my house. Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Clarence Chesterfield, who is my personal psychiatrist. The Slumber Party Kid with kinky parents. Paul Caesar, who found out that he was a direct descendant of Julius Caesar. Jeff Old Country, the author of My Mom's Dumb, I'm Smart, something else.
Something like that.
Vincent, who was an actual eggplant. Alfonso, the over-the-phone photographer. Arnold, Benson Biddles, who was a serial killer. I mean, the list goes on and on. We'll save the other half of this for the rest of the show, but there were so many more and more. Terry Wilson, the automatic bathroom attendant. Tiger Lionson, my theatrical and radio agent. Tom, who was the schizo relationship expert. Tommy Rock, the lead singer of Moose Pillows. Moose Pillows. And Walter Palms. Who was Walter Palms again?
I want to say Walter Palms was... sorry.
That's all right.
I want to say Walter Palms was a gentleman.
Yes.
Who
Walter
happened to like rap music or something?
That was right. Walter Palms was a fine gentleman who called in.
Yeah.
So we've had lots of... Here, take your computer back. And then we'll read some of them later. But Walter Palms was a fine gentleman who called into the show. And, Chris, I just got to say, when it comes to all these shows over the years...
Jesus.
Did that hurt your ears?
That was loud, yeah.
All right, well, you got to be careful.
All right, well, I'm careful. I thought I was prepared.
Well, prepare yourself a little bit better.
All right.
We've never been in the same studio. Here's the truth. Me and Coop, over the past, we've been doing the show for 4 years. We've known each other. When did we meet? We met about 15 years ago.
Would have been, about 15 years ago, back at EMSI.
We worked at a company called, it was originally called Equifax.
Oh, that's right, before then.
I love this story.
And
Everyone loves this story.
And then it changed its name to Choice Point.
Right?
And then it changed its name to EMSI.
Mm-hmm. And then after you left, PMSI, and then I left.
And then, be sure you talk right in the microphone.
Yep.
And then what was our job there?
We filled envelopes.
We filled
mail.
with mail.
Important mail.
We worked in the mail room. In the basement of this very, very sad, dark.
It wasn't dark. It had the fluorescent lights.
You're right. There was lights in there. You're
but they
right.
were the fluorescent lights supposedly make you depressed. So
they certainly made me depressed.
Yeah.
That was me. The reason you guys worked there was because of me, the Dark Lord Satan. But anyway, we worked there. We worked in the mail room, and we just started talking to each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not much else to do at the time, so.
So we would have these little. There were these little bottles full of water that had a sponge on the end of them. And they would help us moisten the envelopes. And then we would close. How many envelopes do you think?
Hundreds, thousands?
Thousands. I would say probably during my time there, we closed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. With the time we were there, thousands.
Maybe even hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, definitely.
Of envelopes. And we would just talk, and we started. Our other friend Jason, we would just sit there, look at each other, and talk. And I started making up very strange jokes and stories.
Yeah, jokes by James,
which eventually you made a website of.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just a website of my at work ramblings. And then you post it to the website, which is thankfully no longer there. Right. But is there any jokes that that are clean that you remember in their entirety? Like, do you remember the woodpecker joke?
I could retell it. It wouldn't necessarily be to the same vintage as the original, but
that's fine. I'd like to hear it. This is a joke that I came up with when we were working at Choice Point.
All right. So, is this clean? I'll use radio safe words.
No, here. You can use the you can use that word.
All right.
The final word. Is that what you're talking about? Don't say it.
No. Yes.
But yes, you can use that word. That word's radio safe.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but we'll see if this airs.
Well, hold on. Let me turn the mics off for a second. Yeah, you can say that.
All righty, we're good.
Well, hold on. Do you want some demonic underscoring with this or no?
I think that would kind of help.
All right. So here's a joke that I wrote maybe 15 years ago, and it was one of the jokes that made us be friends. So here we go. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay. So there's a couple, an elderly couple, and it's their what was it, like the 40th anniversary?
Their 40th wedding anniversary.
40th wedding anniversary, and the wife decided, I'm going to do something special for my husband. He's been there for me. He's a good guy, and I want to take care of him, and he's been throughout all this time, and so he's like, you know what? They did their usual anniversary thing. They had dinner and whatnot, and then as the evening progressed, she was like, honey, you've been there for me. I think we want to make this a special anniversary. Let's go to bed.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's make love to each other.
Yes. And the husband's like, no, I appreciate that, but I can't right now. I'm too tired. She's like, okay. So she waits until the next 10 years pass, and those 10 years pass, and they have another anniversary, and it's their 50th anniversary. And it's pretty special. It's 50 years they've been together, and he turns to her, and she turns to him, and she says, you know, I really want to make this particular anniversary special. I want to make you know that I truly love you, and let's go make love. And he turns to her and says, no, I can't. 20 more years pass.
And now it's their 80th wedding anniversary.
Or 70, depending on your math. Yeah.
Or 70.
Yeah. and they've been together for so long, and she says, you know, I really want to make the past several years, you know, I tried to make this a special occasion, and it really hasn't worked out. I want to make this important. I want to make love to you tonight. And he turns to his wife of 70 or 80 years, depending on your math. And
right.
He lifts up his shirt and says, I can't. I have these woodpeckers pecking at my nipples. And he shows her the woodpeckers.
That's the joke, as I remember it.
That's how I remember, yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff we would talk about. All those years at Choice Point. And what was the name of our boss? Tim something?
Tim Shlebinski. I've actually seen him at the store, actually.
Did you hide, or did you go up to him and say...
No. He's a cool guy.
He's a nice guy?
Yeah.
I don't remember. All I remember is going to what's that fish restaurant that tastes like baked urine?
Oh, yeah, up the street.
Long John
Silver's.
Yeah, that's all I remember is going to Long John Silver's. How are you doing in the other room there, Patrick?
I'm doing good. I just feel bad interrupting your...
Please don't feel bad interrupting. You're part of the Zoo crew right here on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. Oh, guaranteed to bash you in.
And he heard rhythmic slapping sounds.
By the way, do you know the one rule of the radio show, Chris?
I do, actually, yeah.
Oh,
but I don't mind hearing it again.
Okay, well, get ready because it's going to be loud.
All right.
Don't flush those toilets! I want you to leave those logs in there for me to inspect.
The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. Please don't tell me nobody's listening on the... Or maybe everybody's crying.
I know at least one person's listening, so...
I hope my friends are listening.
No, actually, I could tell. There's lots of people...
texting before.
Yeah, lots of people are listening, and let me tell you what, it means so much to me that people are listening to the last Wood and Breakfast radio program. I don't know what the future holds in store for me. I could be holding up a liquor store next week. You know what I mean? With Patrick in a Datsun, like revving up the motor, like we gotta go.
Yep, Bonnie and Clyde
style. But let me tell you this, Chicago. You guys mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. The absolute world. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer and the rest of the gang.
Hi, Jimmer. This is Colleen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Okay, Colleen, first of all, what are you doing giving your psychotic brother my phone number? He texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Never kissed a boy, but would try. No, I'm just kidding.
God.
Oh, my goodness. He just really wanted to come on the show, so I thought I'd help him out.
Hey, I really miss you. How did your date go the other night?
Oh, geez. Well, did Patrick tell you about my date last night?
Well, he told me that he crashed a date.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
He definitely
showed up
out of
unannounced.
He showed up unannounced, and he was like, "What are your intentions with my sister?"
Oh, my. Yeah, I was calling just to say you guys are not alone. I am out here listening.
Well, that means I thought you had band practice.
I do. I'm on my way.
Oh, you're on your way to band practice right now?
Yeah.
Can I make a guess of where you're coming from?
Okay.
You're probably coming from from some sort of sexy slumber party where you're the one in charge. Oh, Colleen, it's time to have fun. Hey, guys and girls, why don't you take off your shoes? Why don't you take off your socks? Why don't you take off your tops? It's time to relax and have a good time. You're at Colleen's place. The bottles of red and white are opening up, and it's time to have fun. Is that where you're coming from? Some sort of sexy slumber party?
Yeah, that was all last night, for sure.
Colleen, can I tell you something?
What?
Thanks for being a fan of the show, and you've meant so much to me over the years, and you're are a fantastic woman. And thank you for taking my polite ribbing for all these years.
It's totally cool, and I just wanted to say thank you, Jimmer, because you are awesome and you make me laugh all the time. And you're the only boy I know on the radio.
The only boy I know on the radio. Yeah, but Guided by Voices is much better than you think.
I actually agree. I know.
That line was my fault.
All right, Colleen, I love you.
Okay.
All right, keep those
Bye.
feet stinky. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, Colleen, keep those tootsies stinky winky for DJ the Jimmer. Oh, yeah, it's time to have some fun. Sniff, sniff, yum, yum. Of course, I'm kidding. Thanks for calling in. I love you. She hung up. Bye. This is the Winter Breakfast Radio Program. The phone number 773-508-WLUW. I'm in the studio with Patrick, DJ Sean Johnson. What's your DJ name, Chris? And you got to keep remembering to talk right into the microphone.
Oh, yeah, I keep looking over.
I did that before.
The room.
Yeah,
here.
Patrick made that mistake, too, and it just makes for some real terrible radio.
Sorry, Chicago and elsewhere. No,
Yeah, right. That's why I'm handing out balloons at a car wash.
what was the question? Oh, my DJ name. I don't know. DJ Coop, I guess. It's
lame. Yeah. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
And he heard rhythmic slapping sounds.
Hello?
Hello, yes, the rhythmic slapping.
Who's this?
Who is this? Well, I want a live DJ name too.
Oh man, this sounds like somebody important. Is this a blast from my past?
I doubt it's a blast from your past, but I hope your future is bright. I actually have a very serious question for you, DJ the Jimmer.
And what's that?
What are your aspirations?
Well, I'll tell you what my aspirations. My aspirations are to get out of this outfit I'm currently wearing and get into a Papazon chair wearing nothing but a big red bow. And maybe a glass of Alizé in each hand, and who knows, it might be time for a little kissing. I don't know what my future... What'd you say?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You've got the greatest sense of humor, so your aspirations must be high. And you can, and not like high like we're getting high, but like high like the stars.
Hey,
you've got some great talent, and I hope you go far.
Oh, hey, that means a lot to me. Thank you very much for saying that, sir. Hey, my aspirations are certainly high after I jog. If you know what I mean, my aspirating in my lungs and what have you.
Well, as long as you don't have any CPD coming on, you're still a young man.
I might. I'm a heavy smoker.
Oh.
JAMECOPD. I'm not a heavy smoker. I'm a light smoker.
Light smoker?
Yeah.
You light up, and your eyes light up.
There we go. It's like that old Bill Hicks joke. I'm up to 2 lighters a day.
Ah, there you go. Just flicking them like you're always at a rock show.
Hey, can I ask you your name and where you're calling from?
Oh, my name is Don. I'm calling from Peterson and where am I? Lincoln. At the Four Eyes store.
Attaboy. Hey, can I tell you, thank you very much for the call. It means a lot. It means a lot to me that you called in.
You bet. Keep everything happening. I'm sorry to hear I'm not going to be able to catch you on the radio anymore.
Well, who knows what the future holds? Like I said, I'll either be on top of the world or holding up a liquor store.
There you go.
All right, my friend. Take care of yourself.
You too.
All right. Looks like the world is full of good eggs tonight, don't you think?
Good eggs.
Yeah, that guy was very nice.
Yeah, he was very nice. I like him very much. That could all change in an instant, Jimmer. Don't worry, there are losers on the way. The phone number is 773-508-WLEW. That's 773-508-9589. We're going to have a quick song play while we take a short break here. Let's see. I've got my last show played up. Here we go. I think I'm going to play two songs, but they're short. So you're listening to the Wood and Breakfast radio program. I'm DJ the Jimmer here with DJ Coop and DJ Chon Johnson. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes right here on 88.7 Chicago. All right, that was. Oh, hold on, I got blah blah blah. That's a surprise.
Nope.
That was inspired by DJ Kenny Kicks. That was the soundtrack theme to A Clockwork Orange. How you doing, Kenny Kicks?
By Walter/Wendy Curls.
By Walter/Wendy
Williams.
Wendy Williams from what's that show? She's always like, "Let's talk about it." I'm Wendy Williams. I'm freaking out.
No, it's Wendy Curls.
Well, it looks like before that we had the Soft Boys with "I Want to Destroy You." Kenny, do you want to get on a mic in the other room? Sure. You're more than welcome to. It's mostly mostly the Jimmer's night. So
I can make my own mic.
the other one's on, or you can make your own mic. You could Mike the Knife. Isn't that a song? No, that's Mac the Knife.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, there's Kenny Kicks.
Don't mind me. I'm having a conversation on the side while you're talking.
Okay, well, don't do that. But you're welcome to come and go as you please, because I know that you're a busy man and a man of many great deals. Before that, we heard, who did we hear? Oh, for the love of God, who did we hear? This is the last Wood and Breakfast radio program ever, and I still don't quite know how to do radio. Isn't that kind of fun?
Yeah. You should get be an air traffic controller then.
By the way, Dana from Pippins, I got to thank her. We went and had a beer before the show. I got to thank Dana from Pippins.
Supplied us with many a beverage.
Well, you with many, but I only had the one, right, Coop?
Right. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And before that, we had the Soft Boys with I Want to Destroy You right here on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. So, Coop, we were talking about it before. We've done 150 radio shows, and that's 2 hours a pop.
Yep.
And we figured that out to be 12.5 entire days of radio. Isn't that correct?
That sounds about right. I think that's the number we came up with, yeah.
So that would be if we were to be on the air for almost 2 full weeks without stopping. That's how much we've done. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's every Tuesday from 6 to 8 for the past 4 years, and we've only missed 3 shows.
3, yeah, I think
we
3.
missed once because of my honeymoon. We missed once because your whole genital wart thing. And then we missed once because Patrick came into the studio wearing a bomb. And he was like, Jimmer, if you leave, we all leave. But those were the only 3. And by the way, I'm kidding. That never happened. He never had any sort of genital wart situation. This is crazy radio. I'm just fooling around.
The bomb thing.
Yeah.
The bomb thing was true.
The bomb thing happened, though, and we went, and me and Patrick went through counseling, and it freaked all of us out. But boy, I tell you what,
now.
I have never seen somebody hug a pillow with a face on it as hard as he did. And then afterwards, this is what he turned to me and said.
And he heard rhythmic slapping sounds.
The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. You are listening to the Wood and Breakfast radio program. Kenny Kicks just jumped on the mic, and I have to say this, Kenny. You've been here a lot longer than I. And you host reality radio every Tuesday night from 10 to midnight, one of the finest radio programs in the entire city of Chicago. And I want to thank you, my friend, for being so kind to me these many years. You've been in many ways a mentor, and in many ways somebody who has introduced me to great music that I didn't even know existed. And you've just been an all-around great friend and good guy. So I'd like to, well, I guess Natalie Merchant says it best, even though she's scum. So I'd like to thank you for being a friend these many years, Kenny.
Hey, combine that with the rhythmic slapping, and, that'll just be really inspirational to the rest of the world.
Well, there's been some late nights here where those rhythmic slapping sounds have... Well, the mics are off, so nobody else can hear it, but boy, I can hear it.
You can feel the intent.
And doesn't it echo in my ears every night when I try and fall asleep? But, Kenny, if I can just tell you...
Oh, am I going to be part of your memoirs?
No, we will be doing some memoirs on tape just here in a second.
Okay.
And I want to tell you, DJ Kenny Kicks, you've meant the world to me. You're funny and nice. And you always wear an Irish scally cap.
That's true.
And I'm Irish. And it was like you did it to help ease me into the situation. The situation that was my radio life. And I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for being a dear friend to me lo these many years. All right, that's enough of that. Looks like a good friend stopped by. We have...
yeah.
What? Excuse me?
What did I just say?
Oh, it looks like Judge Judy stopped in to say goodbye.
Hello?
Hi, Judge Judy. How are you doing? Thank you for being on the radio program. You've been on the radio program many times before, and you're always very sweet. So if you had to say any parting words to me, what would they be?
I will kill you, and then I will kill myself.
Wait, excuse me. What did you say?
I will kill you, and then I will kill myself.
So you will kill me and then kill yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And will this bring you great joy?
Yes.
But you'll die too.
Yes.
Does that bother you?
No.
Does it make you happy?
Yes.
So what's going to happen?
I will kill you.
And then what?
And then I will kill myself.
Judge Judy, this isn't the lady that we see on the TV. This is nobody else is saying anything. This seems very strange to me.
That seems pretty right on par, I think. Yeah.
Pretty right on the money. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer and Judge Judy.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hello.
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 Good morning.
Hello.
Who's this?
There might be a few voices in this call.
Oh,
turn your radio off when you're talking.
Oh, Kenny, it's okay.
No, I'm one of the echoes. Don't worry.
Okay. If you don't mind, please turning your radio down in the background.
Oh, that's strange.
That's strange.
Radio on.
Who's calling in here?
Good afternoon.
I think those are my friends.
Oh, is this Patrick's friends? Well, what's going on, guys? How are you doing tonight? So you're good friends with Patrick, and what's he like? We already know that he's a peanut butter hog, and he's not always washing the dishes, and he stays in his room a lot. Tell us a little bit more about him.
You're fibbing.
I want to know.
I've never even
Okay, see, I can tell what we have going on the radio right now. We have 3 men calling in that haven't stopped playing video games for the last 8 hours, and they're doing a slow transition into real life.
Plus, you have ham radio signals interfering.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's fairly valid.
2,000 and 1,500 does not add up to 3,100. Even I know that.
All right. Well, Judge Judy says hi. Well, guys, I want to thank you for calling in on the Last Wood and Breakfast radio program. It's been callers like you that have kept this show going for the past 4 years.
Yeah, we're sad to see you go, and I would encourage you to keep alive the Wooden Breakfast in any way you can. If that's a podcast.
I might do that if I find some technically able folks because I can't even get on hotels.com or whatever it's called. I
don't know the right name.
I tried to get on hotels.com once and I ended up looking at something from Germany that I shouldn't have been looking at. All right, well, thanks for calling in. We got another call here. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Jimmer, this is a long-time listener, first-time caller.
I want to thank you for calling in. What's your name and where you're calling from?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I was responsible for your marriage this year.
Oh, this is David Gunn calling into the Wood and Breakfast Radio. David Gunn is my brother-in-law.
Mine too.
And he's also Kenny Kicks' brother-in-law. Dave, you're calling in from sunny Los Angeles. Is that correct?
I am calling from Los Angeles. I still have not found those Empire Strikes Back pillowcases you're trying to get me to find out here.
Judge Judy knows.
We'll keep looking. Yeah, Judge Judy's on the show.
I saw Judge Judy just the other day at a stoplight. She was picking her nose.
Oh, well, and Judge Judy, do you remember picking your nose at the stoplight?
What?
I said, do you remember picking your nose at the stoplight?
Yes.
Were you happy that you did it?
Yes.
And when you realized a man was watching you do it, did you, did it excite you in any way?
Is that correct?
I was asking you.
Of course.
Oh, geez Louise. Okay, so she did enjoy it. David Gunn is my brother-in-law and a good friend calling from Los Angeles. Dave, you are a brave man, a smart man, a kind man, a gentleman, and one heck of a father. And I want to thank you calling in to the Wooden Breakfast radio program. It's a little known fact that you actually have been on the radio show before. You had a character called Piper Foley.
Yes, I just had lunch with him yesterday.
Yes, you had okay, well, so it's not you, wink, wink, but you had a character named Piper Foley that used he used to do reviews of holidays or something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Well, you're a good guy. How's LA treating you?
You know, it's fantastic out here, and the good news for you is that there's no wooden breakfast in Los Angeles.
Well, maybe we'll have to get it going. I don't know if I'll ever find a radio station that's given me as much freedom as this one has, but who knows? Maybe I will, right, Dave?
Yeah, and you remember what Woody Allen ordered in Annie Hall for lunch out here in L.A.?
Didn't he order sleet?
I think he ordered a plate of mashed yeast.
That's right, a plate of mashed yeast, and then he ripped up his driver's license in front of a cop.
Yeah, so I'd say there's room for wooden breakfast out here.
All right, well, it sounds perfect. David, thanks for calling into the radio program.
Hey, you know what? Tuesdays are really going to suck now because you're not on the air.
Hey, that means a lot to me. Thank you for saying that.
But thanks for all the great laughs.
Thanks for all the great times just being my friend.
Hey, we'll see you out here.
Hey, Dave, did you ever find out from the doctor whether or not you have...
Athlete's foot!
You should ask Dr. Sachs.
Yes, Dr. Sachs called in. We forgot about him.
Yeah, the doctor.
Dr. Sachs called in, who I thought was a sex therapist, but it turns out he was a sax therapist.
I remember
He
that.
should be your spin-off show.
What a great comedy goof that day that we had.
Yeah, I'll see you out here in L.A.
But, Dave, seriously, I really hope you don't have...
Athlete's foot!
Yeah,
All right. I love you, brother. Take care of yourself.
bye.
All right. The phone number is 773-508-9589. That's 773-508-WLUW. We've got calls from Los Angeles coming in. And you know what? Right now, before I do the memoirs on tape, I think I should mention, I want to thank all the people from all over the world that call into the radio program. There's listeners in Croatia, there's listeners in Turkey, there's listeners in Russia, there's listeners in China, and there's listeners in
Davenport,
Iowa, and all over this great country of ours. So I really want to thank all the listeners that have called in over the year, that have listened all over the years, and sent emails and mail and all sorts of correspondence. I don't think that you can understand how much that means to me. And if if we get something else going, we'll let you know about it, and you can listen as well. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Hey, Jimmer.
Hey, who's this?
This is the lovely Lady Jasmine.
Oh, it's my wife on the radio program.
And he heard rhythmic slap, slap, slapping sounds.
That's the only time that has actually pertained. Hi, my dear. I love you. What are you doing calling into the Wooden Breakfast radio program?
I wanted to say congratulations and on your last show and for the Up and Onward, and it's been a real ride.
Well, Jasmine, as many of you who have listened for a long time know, Jasmine was a huge part of this radio program when it started because she had a weekly feature called The Cuddle Report.
That's right.
Tell the people. I know you should have, but refresh the people's memory what The Cuddle Report was.
The Cuddle Report was a report that was played at like 6:30 in the morning. That was just stories from around the globe of people's happenings late at night.
It was stories of people's, it was sort of a misconnections from people who were down and out and up and in and all sorts of different things. And Jasmine, when it came to doing the Cuddle Report, well... wait, hold on, Jasmine. Do you have a second? Because Judge Judy wants to say something to you.
Yeah, I also have somebody that wants to say something to you, too.
All right, Judge Judy wants to say something to you really quick, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I will kill you
and then I will kill myself.
Okay. Well, so who else has something to say?
All right, hold on. Let me see if he'll talk. Hold on.
Okay.
Elliot, say hi.
Oh, God. This is radio death. Hey, little baby, how's it going? Hey, Elliot, you're on the phone just in time to talk to Santa.
Have you been a good little boy?
All right, that's good. All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling into the Wood and Breakfast radio program, Jasmine. All right, bye-bye. You are listening to the Wood and Breakfast radio program. And one of our frequent guests on the radio show is here. You guys have all heard Santa on the show before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Santa, what's going on?
Have you been naughty or nice?
Well, Santa, I'm afraid that I've been naughty.
Santa's watching you.
I know you are.
Santa's watching you.
I know you've been watching me, Santa.
Santa's watching you.
I know you've been watching me, Santa, and it couldn't make me any happier. Oh, me and Santa. Oh, Santa. Oh, baby, me and Santa. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Yeah, hi, this is Jimmer.
This is the Jimmer. Who's this?
I called you many years ago when you first started the show. I'm a teen dad.
Oh, my God, I remember you. You're the teen dad.
That's right.
Well, can you give us an update on how you're doing?
Well, I gotta say it. I had to call in because it's your last show. But I gotta tell you that this is my last night as a teen dad.
Why's that? Are you about to turn 20?
Yes, my birthday's tomorrow.
So you're going from 19 to 20, so you're going to be no longer, I don't know what you would call that. What would you guys call it? A 20 dad?
20 dad?
And you had the baby when you were 6, or your wife had the baby, or the girl that you got pregnant had the baby when you were 16, right?
When I was 13.
Oh, that's right, you were 13. This call was a lot weirder than I remember.
I've been a teen dad for so long, I just don't know what else to be.
So your kid... Well, you'll figure it out. So your kid is 7 now?
I think so. 7, yeah.
You're pretty sure? Are you in the kid's life anymore?
Lunch break at the Boston Market.
Oh, wow. So that's kind of crummy. You've been working there.
Dad, you know?
Well, you've been working there for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, come on by after the show. Hook you guys up with some market bowls.
All right, yeah. Some breasts.
That sounds delicious. We might head over there and get some market bowls. Hey, don't skip on the dark meat, if you don't mind.
Oh, only the best for you, Jimmer.
Hey, well, can I tell you this, teen dad?
What's that?
I remember you called this show, boy, it must have been 3 years ago, at a crossroads in your life, and you were ready to pack a bag and hop on the next train to New Orleans, and you stuck around, and you became a dad to that kid. And I don't know if it was our conversation. I don't know if it had anything to do with me specifically. But I want you to know that you are an inspiration to other fathers out there, and I want you to know that you are the reason why this country is headed in the right place.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I stuck around mostly because I just really didn't have anywhere else to go, but thank you.
All right. Well, no matter what the reason, we're glad you stuck around, buddy.
All right. Well, I gotta go. My manager's giving me funny looks over there. And,
okay.
5 minutes past my break, so I'll see you. Good luck in the future, Jim.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Team Dad. I love you very much.
Okay, Team Dad.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Teen Dad right here on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. Haven't talked to him in a while, but so great to finally hear his voice. That number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. I can't believe that we are already 1 hour through Sorry, I have a nervous tick lately because I've got a lot of tension in my neck, and my wife thinks that I have Tourette's. I don't think I do. By the way, before I let you go, Santa.
What do you want for Christmas this year?
I'm not going to tell you. Santa, can we finally get down to it? Can I finally ask you the questions I've been waiting all these years to ask?
Yes.
Santa, do you like me?
Yes.
Do you like me like me?
Yes.
Santa, I want you to leave this radio station. I never want you to come back. I never want you to come over to my house and give me presents. I never want to talk to you ever again. Okay? How does that sound? I never want to talk to you ever again.
This year, you're getting a lump of coal.
Santa! Well, that's not fair.
You better not cry.
All right, just get out of here. You're listening to 88.7 WLUW, Chicago's Sound Alliance, broadcasting from the campus of Loyola University. I'm DJ the Jimmer. This is the last Wood and Breakfast radio program. I hope you're waiting by your radios to hear what else is going to happen. We have another montage coming up. We have more calls coming up. Maybe my dad will call in. It's so much fun. And just remember, the only thing that you need to know about the Wood and Breakfast radio program is that Natalie Merchant is scum. We'll talk to you in a couple of minutes. We're going to play a couple of songs. This next one goes out to Tones Rosette right here on the Wood and Breakfast Radio Paga.
I called this number 3 times already today, but I got scared. I put it back in place. I put my phone back in place. I still don't know if I should have called up. Look, just tell me, why don't you, if I'm out of place. 'Cause here's your chance to make me feel awkward and wish that I had never even called up this place. I saw you though today, walk by with Hippie Johnny. I had to call up and say how I wanna take his place. So this phone call today concerns Hippie Johnny. He's always stoned. He's never straight. I saw you today, walk by with Hippie Johnny. Look, I had to call up and say I want to take his place. See, he's stoned. Hippie Johnny. Now get this, I'm straight, and I want to take his place. Now, look, I like him too. I like Hippie Johnny. But I'm straight, and I want to take his... I said, I'm straight. I said, I'm straight. I'm proud today. Well, I'm straight, and I want to take his place. Now I've watched you walk around here. I've watched you meet these boyfriends, I know, and you tell me how they're deep. Look, but I think if these guys, if they're really so great, tell me why can't they at least take this place and take it straight? Why always stoned like Hippie Johnny's? I'm straight and I want to take his place. I'm certainly not stoned like Hippie Johnny is. I'm straight, but I want to take his place. I said, I'm straight. I said, I'm straight. I'm straight, and I want to... All right, all you want to what is it? I'm straight. Tell the world now, I'm straight. That's it. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm straight, and I want to take it lit.
All right, okay, all right. That was 2 Winter Breakfast classics. That was the Modern Lovers with I'm Straight. Bang, da-dam, bam, ba-dam. And before that, we had one going out to Tones Rosette. That was A Sailor by the band Frigid Pink. You are listening to the Wood and Breakfast radio program. I'm DJ the Jimmer, and this is the final broadcast. And we've come to the conclusion that I still don't know how to do radio. It's been 3 years.
3 or 4?
I'm sorry, it's been 4 years. I've been doing the show here on the Wooden Breakfast, and I will give a fitting goodbye here. Well, it won't be fitting because it's going to be stupid. But there was another guest. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be stupid. There was another guest that wanted to say bye. Been on the show many times.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Dr. Phil McGraw.
Dr. Phil.
Hi, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, I just want to thank you for calling in and being on the show for the past many years.
You know, I didn't just come in on a load of turnips. I know that.
All right. Well, I just want to tell you that I like you. Thank you for being on the show.
Do you agree that you've smoked pot?
I'm not going to agree to that. No, I don't. I'm mad that you even asked me that.
I'm a drunk pimp.
What did you just say?
I'm a drunk pimp.
You're a what?
I'm a drunk pimp.
All right. Well, that's what I thought I heard.
You are a paranoid controller.
I know that. I know that true. I know that to be true.
Are you having sex?
Not right now. No, I'm not.
I can account for that. That's not happening.
That's not happening. Please talk into the microphone.
Sorry.
For God's sake.
God, tell me how you feel about that.
Well, I don't feel great about it. I wish that was different, but I just want I want to thank you for being on the radio show. This radio show means a lot to me.
Nobody really cares.
Excuse me?
Get over it.
This radio show is very important to me.
Whatever.
Dr. Phil, you're acting like he's kind of acting like a high school kid, don't you think?
I think he's kind of upset that it's just like he's venting.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Maybe he is. Maybe we should psychoanalyze Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, it seems like maybe you're acting like you don't care, but deep down inside you really, really do care.
Are you nuts? You can get self-righteous till the cows come home.
All right, Dr. Phil, thanks for being on the Wooden Breakfast radio program. I'm glad that I never have to talk to you again.
Stephanie?
Excuse me?
Stephanie?
Why are you saying Stephanie?
Stephanie?
Excuse me?
Stephanie?
What?
Stephanie? Gotta run.
All right, talk to you later, Dr. Phil. That was Dr. Phil right here on the Wooden Breakfast radio program. Maybe we'll have... We've had Santa. We've had Dave, or we haven't had David Letterman. He's another frequent caller, so maybe he will call in. First things first. Let's get this out of the way. This goes out to all the longtime listeners, and I think it's time. It really doesn't need any intro. Oh, well, here we go. Oh, here comes Alf. Let's say goodbye to Alf tonight. He's dead. Willie killed him. Hey ho, Alf. Your dead body's in the Ochmonix backyard. But then Willie thinks, what if I grab a shovel and I dig up Alf? Put down a tarp and then get the baby oil out. Here's Alf. There goes Alf. Here comes Alf. I'm making love. Willie and Alf are making love. They're having fun. They're having fun. Oh, it's naked. It's naked fun. Oh, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's dirt all over everyone. Oh, Alf, goodbye. Oh, Alf, he is dead. We just killed him. And oh, Willie, he is going to the slammer. And then from the window we realized the wife was watching the whole time. That was the Alf theme, the final Alf theme.
I'm very sad about that.
How do you feel about that? I knew Patrick would probably take that most of all because I think he's the only person. Whoa! What's going on with Alf today?
Wow.
Once again, I don't know. Don't know how to do radio after these many years. The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. We've got about 45 minutes left to go in the final Wooden Breakfast radio program. Wooden Breakfast will be no more.
Yeah, call in, people.
Call in. Yeah. There's been lots of callers. Yeah. What are you talking about, man?
We've gone like three minutes, and there hasn't been a caller. I've been looking at the board, and it's not like blinking. The blinky lights make me happy.
I'd like to think they're all busy driving their cars off of cliffs.
Yeah.
And if DJ Nolan is listening, I want to give a big shout out to DJ Nolan and the rest of the Dunn clan in Omaha, Nebraska. And I just want you to know that we talked about some things earlier that we probably shouldn't have. But I want to thank you for listening to the Wood and Breakfast radio program and realize that only sometimes it's for all ages. But Nolan, I just want you to be careful of one thing, and that thing is... It's very dangerous. It's epidemic, perhaps. Once again. 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. I've got one more memoir on tape planned. Should I even do it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
definitely.
you should.
All right. It's not very good.
No. You wouldn't let me see it, so you got to...
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the second...
hear it. Hear
the
it.
second one is just for you.
Oh, okay.
It's a memory. I'm sorry about my weird neck tick.
Yeah, that's. It looks like you're saying hello to people that aren't standing there in front of you.
I know. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
I got to get it fixed. My wife rubbed my neck last night, and she did a really good job, but it came back today. Last night, it was like, oh, I'm cured. Hold on one second. WLUW, you're on the air.
Hey, Jimmer.
Hey, this is DJ the Jimmer. Who's this?
This is Vic Chicklets calling from Chicago.
Vic Chicklets, I want to thank you for calling in the Wood and Breakfast radio program. How are you doing tonight?
Good. I just wanted to thank you. I just started tuning in a few months ago, but really enjoyed the show and wish you all the best, my friend.
Can I tell you something? Thank you so much for that call. That means the world to me.
All right. What are you going to be doing? Or is that...
I'm going to be hanging by the pool. No, I don't know. I need to get some work. I'm gonna go out to L.A. and try and fulfill all my dreams. I got my degree in theater, but I think we'll all know this is the way I'm gonna go.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm handing out balloons at a car wash.
So I'm gonna try my best to I don't know, be some sort of writer or something. I do a lot of writing. I know it doesn't sound like it, but. Some sort of writing, maybe I'll be like, I don't know, the face of Wendy's or Burger King or something that needs like a mildly chubby white man. I'm not chubby, am I? Am I chubby?
You're looking at me. If you're chubby, I'm chubby, probably.
Oh, okay. I don't like.
I don't like thinking I'm chubby.
I don't like that answer at all. So.
And I'm sorry.
Hey, Vic Chicklets?
That's right.
I want to thank you for calling into the Wood and Breakfast radio program. You've helped made this be a great night.
Hey, we're going to miss your sense of humor around Chi-Town, but hey, go for it, man. I hope you wish you all the best out there.
Hey, that means the world to me, and you take care of yourself.
All right, you too, man.
All right, bye-bye. That was Vic Chicklets, one heck of a guy.
Good guy.
One heck of an American, I'll tell you that. And
whoa.
I'm bad at radio.
Oh, my God.
I'm bad at radio. You know who else would like to thank Vic Chicklets for being on the Wood and Breakfast radio program? The Dark Lord. For it is I that gave Jimmer his power to begin with, and it is I that will take it away at approximately 8 o'clock Central. All right, let's see if I can do a memoir on tape. We'll try and make this fast. This is the final memoir on tape on the Wood and Breakfast radio program. Oh, well, first of all, for those of you who don't know, I committed my memoirs on tape, and I've been trying to get distribution for the past, 3 years. Nobody's bit. So if you're listening tonight and you're rich and famous and you want to turn this into a movie or a TV show, you let me know. These are Jimmer's memoirs on tape, just a slice of life from the life of DJ the Jimmer. So there I was, completely nude, in the middle of Michigan Avenue in Chicago. A cop approached me, and I thought that for sure he would be sending me to the Slammer. But to my surprise, he slid in Moby's album Play into a tiny boombox and asked me kindly to dance for him. And I did. My God, I did. All right, that was the first memoir on tape. Caller, just hold on for a second. We'll be with you in just a second. This is the second one. This one's not going to make any sense to anybody but Chris Coop, and we'll tell you why in just a second. So here we go.
Interesting.
Baby numbs it. 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 Day. That actually has to do with when me and Chris worked together at Choice Points in Omaha, Nebraska. I asked him to write "Baby Numbs It" down on a sheet of paper 500 times.
Yeah, and I was bored enough to do it.
And he did it.
Yeah.
And that's where that joke comes from. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Is this the Jimmer?
Oh, boy, here we go. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's my real-life father.
And he heard rhythmic slap, slap, slapping sounds.
Dad, how the heck are you?
Good. Am I on?
You're on the air, big guy.
Well, I got my call. I got string service.
Oh, yeah, I told you to hold on just for a second. I'm sorry about that.
Well, that was you.
That was me. I was right in the middle of my terrible memoirs on tape bit.
Okay, well, I just wanted to call in and wish you the best on your future endeavors. You know.
Well, thank you, Dad. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, I'm at a ball game right now.
I figured you're always at a softball game, but that's because you're dedicated. You're a very good grandpa, and you're a great dad and a great grandpa.
I know.
I know you know.
So yeah, and I had 2 home runs last night.
Oh, my niece had 2 home runs. Chicago, did you hear that?
One of them was a walk-off.
She had a walk-off dinger in the bottom of the 9th?
No, bottom of the 6th. It's 2 on. They were down, and that was it.
She hit it over the fence?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it must run in the family because I myself had a pretty sweet swing back in the day.
Yes, you did.
Well, thank you for saying so, Father.
So anyway, I'm not in a place where I can listen to the show, so I've missed. I'll catch the whatever it is.
You can you can listen to the stream, and thank you. Tell Mother I said hello as well.
Oh, you bet. She's listening right now, so she probably just heard you.
Well, Barb, thank you for listening. I love you very much. And Dad,
she was going to call in, but I guess maybe she didn't.
Well, Dad, can I tell you something in all honesty?
Oh, yeah.
Your calls have been great over the past. You've only been calling in for about 6 months, but you're really funny and you're good for the radio. You got a real face for radio. We already knew that. But who knew that you would actually be funny on the radio? So this being the last Wood and Breakfast radio program, I want to thank you for calling in, and I think the rest of Chicago would like to thank you as well.
Well, yeah, and like WKRP in Cincinnati.
Just like WKRP. You are the Herb Tarlick to my Mr. Carlson.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later, big guy.
All right.
All right, that was my father. And that was the first time I really felt like crying the whole night. My dad calling in on the Wood and Breakfast radio program.
Don't you know that God is Pooh Bear?
The phone number is 773-508-WLUW. That's 773-508-9589. Oh, look who just walked into the studio. None other than the great Cashews Whipwater.
How you doing there, Jimmer?
Hi, Cashews. Thanks for coming into the studio tonight. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
We don't have a whole lot of time to talk, but I just want to say, could you finally, since this is the last Wood and Breakfast radio program, could you please finally give us a traffic report?
You know, I wish I could do that, but yeah, I can. I can do that. You'd like that?
I would like that very much.
All right. Well, see, as it turns out, I was walking to the studio here, and I walked into none other than Bruce Boxleitner.
Who's Bruce Boxleitner?
Isn't that the guy from Tron?
It might be.
It might be. I don't. He said he was from Tron. He was dressed in the attire, and he started caressing me, and I thought, well, this is new.
New and exciting.
Yeah, so he kind of talked to me, and he said, I'm Bruce Boxleitner. I'm the guy from Tron, and I said, okay, that's a beautiful thing. I'm on my way to the radio, and I told him about that, and he got excited, and he shot off on his jetpack.
Do you think that you could maybe give us one final traffic report for the folks here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this Bruce Boxleitner guy, he said he keeps little shells in a cardboard box at his house. He wanted me to come over and check them out.
Like seashells?
Like seashells and all different other kind of shells.
Like shotgun shells?
Yeah. Any type of. He said that it was important to keep different types and varieties in case some of them come monetized,
All right. Well, Cashews, if you're not going to give us a traffic report, then I'm just going to have to ask you to please leave the studio.
All right. Well, this has been Cashews Whipwater. I got to go by.
Wow, I can't. Chris, can you believe that Cashews was just here?
That's crazy.
That's usually. I thought all these years I thought that was you doing that.
No, it's like I didn't expect to see that. He's a big guy.
He is.
He's very big. You saw him too, right, Patrick?
Yeah.
Couldn't
miss him.
Very fat man.
And you can. I could smell him.
You can smell the Jim Beam on him.
Yeah, the Jim. It's pretty heavy.
Do you remember the time that guy called in who was drinking Woolite in his basement?
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
He was a fun guy.
Well, there's been so many memories, really too many. I mean, let me ask you, Patrick, what has been one of your favorite Wooden Breakfast moments? This is a little self-congratulatory or whatever, but it's the last show, and if people are fans of the show, they might be interested in knowing. Do you have a favorite moment from the Wooden Breakfast radio program?
Yeah. We actually talked about it on one of the breaks, and that was the neck fighting.
When I talked to you about how I used to this is a true story. I used to neck fight my best friend, Joseph Peter Busek. We used the Nautilus neck machine in our weight training class in high school, and we got our necks to be really thick and strong. And then we would actually fight for the amusement of others. So you enjoyed that story?
Yeah. I think I laughed at that one probably the most.
Did you laugh really hard at it?
I did.
Well, I think you're just the greatest kid that ever lived. God darn it. What about you, Coop? You've been a part of every single radio show. This show is just as much yours as it is mine.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I talk a lot more, but much to the detriment of the show. But, you've been on every single episode except for maybe the first 4. Yeah. Do you have a favorite moment that sticks out to you?
Wow. I should probably have something prepared for that, given that I went to the effort of making those montages. But
just ruminate on it. You can just ruminate on it. Do you have a favorite moment? I can tell you what some of my favorite moments of yours are.
I enjoyed the birth of Baby Barry. I think was one of my favorites.
Yes, you played. Can we get a little taste of Elaine Wells' voice?
How you doing, sweetie?
So that's Elaine Wells, who was my female lover, who she essentially lived in a bathtub.
Every time she called, she was always, well, I think there were some calls that she wasn't, because she was dancing.
Yeah, sometimes she would
dance.
have
to dance.
But you would actually fill your bathtub up and then jiggle your hand in the water so we could hear it. And she was pregnant with my love child.
That's correct.
And she was pregnant with it for over 2 years.
I think so, yeah. We never really did the math on that. We just came up with the idea she was going to be pregnant and then kind of forgot about it. And then we came back to it.
And then came back to it 2 years later, and she was like, I'm still pregnant, Gemma. I don't know what to do. I think it's yours. I know it's yours. I hope it's yours. That's me doing the Elaine voice. That Elaine is also one of my favorites. I really enjoyed Mayonnaise. The sassy hairstylist who gave me a haircut through the airwaves.
Who was that actually cut your hair?
That was DJ LV, and
right,
she's in my thank you list here at the end. But yes, DJ LV actually, with Mayonnaise's tutelage, gave me, I believe, the world's first on-air haircut.
Yep.
This is the radio station that I think for the very first time had call-in karaoke.
Yeah.
Callers would call in and do karaoke. They would call in over the air, and then I would dial up a song for them, and they would sing it terribly on the air. Lots of radio first on this. I think this is the very first program in WLUW's history to actually have confirmed nobody listening to it. There was one night where there was...
I do remember, actually, now that I think about it, there's one, well, actually a few incidences. There was a caller, and if she's out there, I pray that she calls tonight. Linda.
Oh, yes, Linda.
Was amazing. She would call in. Go ahead.
She would call in and sing blues songs to me that are like, DJ the Jim, oh, you're so very nice. Oh, you're just a puppy dog. So, yeah, I think Linda may have passed away.
We're worried about that because it was consistent for like weeks, and then it's just like nothing.
And then you could hear the bottles of wine uncork as the night call, and then in the very last call would inevitably end up being like, "You took my heart, and I got to go to the store and necktie." And so it didn't make any sense. But one of my favorite moments on the show is when I learned how to put on my radio voice and do this. You're listening to 88.7 WLUW Chicago. You've got DJ the Jimmer right here. I hope you're ready to have a good time. I am downtown on the corner of Wabash and State at the Arby's. We're giving out hot beef and cheddars. You're listening to Technotronic.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I like the visuals. I didn't realize that in the studio you have the whole disco theme thing going on.
Yeah, the lights come down. The lights come down.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that rigged up. That's something.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing your favorite wooden breakfast memories with me. It's been a fun 3 years. And I'm going to thank all the fans here in just a little bit. But before I do that, we're going to take one more short music break so we can gather. Well, never mind. Let's take a call first. WLUW, you're on here with DJ the Jimmer.
Hi, this is Penny Winkle from the city of Chicago, here for your exit interview.
This is Penny Winkle?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We had it scheduled, I believe, for 7:30 exactly. Is it 7:30, Mr. Dunn?
It is 7:30. Who is this again?
This is Penny Winkle from the city of Chicago for your exit interview.
Oh, that's right. That's correct. I hope you guys don't mind. I have to do my exit interview really quick. Whenever you leave a city employee has to call you at a very specific time, and they give you an exit interview. So go ahead whenever you're ready.
So first of all, Mr. Dunn, can you read me your city of Chicago number?
28-744-3124.
Can you say that one more time for me?
718-244.
Is this the number on the back of your Venture card? Because that's what number I'm looking for, Mr. Dunn.
Oh, the number on the back of my Venture. Yes, the number on the back of my Venture card is 150300.
Okay. All right, so we'll move this along. I got places to go. What caused you to start looking for a new city in the first place?
I'm tired of this two-bit town and all the people in it.
Okay. Why have you decided to leave the city?
Because I want to dance, and I've had a song in my heart since I can remember, and I'd like to share that with the world.
Have you shared your concerns with anyone in the city prior to deciding to leave?
Just a priest.
And what was the response then?
He tried to kiss me.
That's usual.
I urge you to take this very seriously, Mr. Dunn. We use this data to inform future citizens and decisions within the city.
Oh, this is absolutely true. I told a priest all my problems, and he was like, I could just kiss you. I could care less if the team was struggling.
Okay.
He turned into Joe Namath, is basically what I'm saying.
Was a single event responsible for your decision to leave?
Yes, the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand, which slingshot the country into World War I.
What? This is always a hard one for me.
Okay.
What does your new city offer that encouraged you to accept their offer and leave this city?
Well, the obvious answer would be no polar vortex, but I think the true answer is no other city could ever offer me what this city has. To even say otherwise would be a fallacy greater than anything else. To think that another place will give me what Chicago hasn't already given me is a fool's errand.
What do you value about Chicago?
The hot dogs. The fact that in my neighborhood, at least, pregnant women jog, which is absolutely very frightening to me. And the fact that I saw two guys talking in Blackhawks jerseys and Blackhawks hats, swear to God, talking about moisturizer. And then the fact that I was spit on by a homeless person on Christmas Eve this past Christmas. That's what I love about this city.
And what did you dislike about the city?
And taking the train to work. That's it.
What are your views about the leadership in general within the city?
I think that, the mayor is doing his best and the governor's doing his best. I think that taxes are way too high here, and I think that the city is, by and large, a little bit corrupt. And I think $14 is way too much to spend for a pack of cigarettes. Other than that, I think everything else is, by and large. I don't own a house, so I don't have to pay property tax.
I understand. And would you recommend Chicago to a friend?
Absolutely, because Chicago is my friend.
All right, Mr. Dunn, that is all I need from you. I appreciate your time.
Mrs. Pennywinkle, I want to thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
That was my official Chicago exit interview. And I want to thank, I actually know who was calling in and doing that, and it's a person very dear to me that I love very much, and I want to thank you for calling in. And that was a very sweet and smart thing to do, and I hope you, the listeners, enjoyed it as well. We are going to play, oh boy, what did I just do here? I don't know how to do the radio. I should stop saying that. I've been saying that for many years now. We're going to play another song. It's going to be pretty short and sweet, and then we're going to get back to the end of the program. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, give us a call at 773-508-WLUW. You're listening to the Wood and Breakfast Radio Pugga. I'm DJ the Jimmer. Be back in a flash.
I met someone at the dog show. She was holding my left arm, but everyone was acting normal, so I tried to look nonchalant. We both said I really love you. The Shriners loaned us cars. We raced up and down the sidewalk 20,000 million times. Why did they send her over anyone else? How should I react? These things happen to other people. They don't happen at all. In fact, when you're following an angel, doesn't mean you have to throw your body off a building. Somewhere they're meeting on a pinhead, calling you an angel, calling you the nicest thing. I heard they had a best program. When they sing, you can't hear, there's no. Sometimes I think I kinda like that, and other times I think I'm already there. Gonna ask for my admission. Gonna speak to the man in charge. The secretary says he's on another line. Can I hold for a long, long time? I found out she's an angel. I don't think she knows I know. I'm worried that something might happen to me if anyone ever finds out. Why did they send her over anyone else? How should I react? These things happen to other I am already there. When you're following an angel, doesn't mean you have to throw your body off a building. Someone been written on a pinhead, calling you an angel, calling you the nicest thing.
Why you wanna see my spine, mommy? Why you wanna see my spine? It's gonna hurt again, mommy. Much worse than last time. Am I gonna see God, mommy? Am I gonna die? It really hurts, mommy. Am I gonna die? Smile, Almighty Jesus.
All right, that was Ween with Spinal Meningitis Got Me Down, which that was Chris's. In the past 4 years, that was his one request. I think he requested another song here and there.
Yeah, it's
and what a perfect song for the final Wood and Breakfast radio program, Spinal Meningitis Got Me Down by Ween. Before that, we heard She's an Angel by They Might Be Giants, and that one goes out to JPB in Berwyn, Joseph Peter Busek in Berwyn. That song is just for him. He introduced that song to me many years ago and told me that it was the best song to drive at night to, and it ended up being so. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Hey, this is Smeagol Spielberg.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding?
Wow.
Wow, we've got a real-life celebrity here. Smeagol Spielberg is on the phone. Smeagol, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jimmer. You know, I'm on the set right now, and I heard it was your last show, so I wanted to call up, you know, before you know it all ends, and I also want to welcome you out to Hollywood. And
well, I can't wait to finally maybe be able to collaborate with you. You are one of my favorite directors. Now, Smeagol Spielberg, not to be confused with Steven Spielberg. What project are you working on right now that you're on the set of?
well, right now it's kind of a big budget project.
Okay.
It's about a marine biologist who discovers there's been a whole lot of shark attacks. So he takes up with a was a local fisherman who's got a bit of a drinking problem.
I'm kind of a salty old fisherman.
Yeah, and so they try to take this shark down, and I think it's going to be a real big hit.
Well, now, do you have a working title for that?
Yep, the title is called That Dang Fish.
Okay. All right.
Should do a double bill with That Damn Cat, too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Disney Productions.
Yes, Disney Productions.
Do you have
another
any,
parallel universe.
Smeagol, Spielberg, do you have any other projects that you're working on? Maybe something coming down the pike?
There might even be a couple if you wanted to swing by, maybe be an extra in one of them. I'd be happy to have you on set.
Well, I'd be happy to. What do you have on deck after That Dang Fish?
Well, we got another. It's kind of an old timey World War II picture.
Okay.
It's called Killing Private Brian.
Killing Private Brian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
it sounds familiar, but what's it about? Give me a brief synopsis.
Well, it's basically a bunch of kind of hooligans out in World War II, but they came they're from a time machine.
Okay.
They came back to kill one of their buddies, grandpas.
Okay. All right. And finally, what's one, as they say in baseball, what's the project you have in the hole?
Oh, that one's, we got a big sequel coming out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember Dinosaur Village, but that was one where we got a bunch of reanimated dinosaur bones.
Right.
And
just the bones, if I recall, right?
Just the bones.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And they start chasing people around, and then everybody there's a big dance number at the end. There was a big song. It was up for a bunch of awards. I don't want to boast too much.
Right. You're being humble. We appreciate that.
But yeah, this one is the Dinosaur Village 2, A Blast from the Past.
Okay.
And so that one's going to be, it's all hands on deck on that one. We have a lot of people. Again, my composer Sean Williams is doing the score. He's, if you know, he's kind of related to another famous guy, Bruce Williams of the Buffalo Bills.
I do remember that. I did hear that. Well, Smeagol.
So yeah, I'm just, and of course we got a couple other Idaho Andy movies. Those are coming out almost every year now.
Yes, everybody's familiar with the Idaho Andy franchise.
Yep, and he's got Idaho Andy, and the Scepter of Corn is coming out.
Right,
probably next summer. Then Idaho Andy. That's a follow-up to Idaho Andy and the Nectar of Wands.
Okay. Well, I can tell you this. I'm very much looking forward to all of those projects.
I'm keeping real busy, and, if you ever need any work, come on by. I got all kinds of jobs. We got, it's Hollywood. It's, you know what they say in Hollywood, there's a job for everybody.
All right. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that it's pretty easy to get work in Hollywood. So,
yep.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Everybody's a shining star.
That's what I was hoping to hear. Well, Smeagol, Spielberg, I want to thank you for calling into the Final Wood and Breakfast radio program. You're a national treasure, so it means so much to actually have you on the line.
Well, it's an end of an era, Jimmer, and I wish you all the best, bud.
Well, thank you kindly. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right.
10-4.
10-4 to you. That was famed director Smeagol Spielberg on the Final Wood and Breakfast radio program. Before I give my final thoughts here, I first of all, I want to thank who I've already thanked. I'd like to thank you, Kenny Kicks.
Thank you
for being on the final program. It means a lot to me. Keep on the tradition of great radio here at the station. You're an excellent DJ and a fine human being. And listen to his program every Tuesday from 10 to midnight. Kenny Kicks, Reality Radio. You're going to learn something.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thanks for being on the show, Kenny.
Hey, thank you for being part of the great Tuesday early morning, late night block that continued all the way to my show and into Wednesday early morning.
Well, thank you very much for being there for me all these years.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. And Patrick, I want to thank you for being on the final Wood and Breakfast radio program. You are a great kid. By the way, you're going to take that job in Tulsa?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think so. No, I mean, yeah. Well, either way, I know you're going to do great in this world. You're a great kid. Thanks for being a fan of the radio show.
Thanks for having me, Jimmer.
For all these years. And
why didn't you just take them already?
I'll just
put them in your trunk. And
I'll just take you with me to L.A.
Yeah, you'll find a job there. Everyone gets jobs there.
And Coop, you started being on this program 4 years ago, and you have added. I hope you guys don't mind, just to kill the background noise. I'm going to kill the other mics in the room, just so they can.
Alone now.
Coop, you have added so much to this radio show. I don't think, over the years, our process of writing comedy material has grown. We used to script every single word to every piece that we did, and then slowly over time we just realized that we could have this shorthand with each other where we'd write sort of bits extemporaneously, and we'd just write a line here or a line there. And we really got to know each other's quirks and ways of talking to each other and making comedy on the radio. So I can't thank you enough for being my comedy partner in this endeavor, and a great foil. And it's weird for me. I'm not usually the straight man in a comedy relationship. I'm usually the one who's bouncing off the walls and making all the funny voices. So it's been
usually not the.
I know
it's the other way around, so that's
so it's been kind of a role reversal, and it's been such an insanely good time working with you, and I just can't thank you enough. I think you're hilarious. You're one of the funniest people I know, and it's been a pleasure to work with you these past 4 years, and you're a stud.
Likewise.
Let's give
Bro 5. There we go.
Bro 5 on the air. We have another montage to play really quick. Of great Wood and Breakfast moments. So let's play that before I go into my final thoughts here. This is great. Hold on, I got to look it up here. Chris made another montage. My voice is already shot because I'm not using my Linklater technique that I learned in.
Never taught me Linklater technique.
I learned it in acting school. I spent way too much to learn how to do something I don't even use. Okay. So here we go. Here is the second and final Wood and Breakfast memorial montage. Enjoy. WLUW, you're on the air with DJ the Jimmer.
Is this the Jimmer?
How about this? How about now that I know that there's going to be a box around here with cobwebs on it that says candy, what if now that I have that knowledge, I just don't open a box like that ever?
Ooh, then you'll be haunted forever, not knowing what was in that box.
Derek.
Mrs. Pepperidge told me about this. She knew that I would find my way into your soul and dig a little pocket, like a hot pocket, but it's cold there. It's like a frozen, uncooked hot pocket.
How do you mean that's you? Do you invented that? Are you an inventor?
No, sir. They have a little corner right behind section in the wall there. And when they come up, you sit there and watch. And then, when they're done doing their business, you flush for them.
So that's how those things work? Yeah, I'll tell you what I did. I ran into the restroom to call 911, only to realize that my phone, the 9, the 1, and the 1 had been pried off of my phone with a screwdriver.
My mom removes all 9s and both 1s from every phone.
There's only one 1. And why does she do that?
For, to put everyone at ease.
To put them at ease.
And what were the babies doing?
They were playing Scrabble. They were all cheating. Because babies can't spell.
Natalie Merchant is scum. Oh, Oh, well, you would thank me. So you're eating lemonade, you're drinking hamburgers, you've got your glowing bowling pins, and it's like cosmic bowling up in there?
Sitting on a sponge, I'm doing the cosmic bowling thing, eating my hamburgers, drinking my lemonade. That's right.
You have a cat named Washrag?
Yeah.
Well, why did you name him Washrag?
Because he doesn't walk around a lot. He's kind of limp. He can't really use the restroom very well. So he just kind of lays down. And if I get him in time, I can lay him in the kitty litter. But if not, then he just kind of wets himself there.
That sounds terrible.
And the therapist says, since I have to be around children, it's important that I don't have any physical scars visible.
That's true, yes. That would be... Is that something an employer asks of a clown? Do you have any visible scars? Okay.
I'm the lead singer for Moose Pillow. Yeah.
The name of your band is Moose Pillows?
I would give this movie 9 stars.
9 stars. Out of how many?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Jimmer. It's 7 hours and 2 minutes long, and it's rated R.
Okay. And the 9 stars is out of how many?
I also watched Gone with the Wind.
They have those bags of water next to their bed, and I saw that the nurses have been hiding some apple juice bags under their beds. I'm not sure if it was apple juice or if it was cider, because it was warm, so it's like warm cider. So I switched them for them.
Oh, Benjamin, no.
Huh?
No.
They're going to be so happy when they wake up.
Benjamin, if they wake up, I'm not sure they're going to wake. You did a bad thing again, Benjamin. So, Elaine, are you still pregnant with my baby?
Baby Barry.
Baby Barry. How long have you been gestating that child?
I asked the doctors that because I don't remember, and they don't either.
It's called Dirty Pictures of Me Listening to Things That Make You Go .com.
Yeah, come on, play it.
I'm not going to play it, Rudy.
Whining about being 35 years old. You're just a little bitty puppy to me.
It's a book with 101 recipes on how to cook books, if you will.
Okay, well, to be honest, these prizes sound kind of horrible. And having someone guess my last year's tax return it doesn't sound like fun.
This has been Cashier's Whipwater. I gotta go by.
All right, Cashews.
You're the light at the end of my tunnel, Jimmer.
Come towards me. Oh, well, how emotional that makes me. I want to thank Chris Coop for putting together that great final montage here on the Wood and Breakfast Radio program. Before I skedaddle out of here for good, I've just got a few thank yous I'd like to give. I'd like to thank, WLUW, and I'd like to thank Danielle Bosky, the general manager here at the station, for giving me a chance to do this show that I've had an unbelievably great time doing over the past 3 years. I want to thank her for giving a chance on me and telling me how good the show was, and that she actually listened to it and gave me feedback that I could use on the show. I want to thank the lovely lady Jasmine for being supportive of me and for being my wife and for calling on and being part of the show. I want to thank my good friend Ryan Fox for making both theme songs for the Wood and Breakfast Radio show. I asked him to do it, and he did it in no time flat, and he is a great friend, and I can't thank him enough for doing that for me. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for listening to the show, my brother, all my sisters who listen to the show, my nieces and nephews who have been listening to the show. Whether or not it's good for them, who knows. I want to thank, pardon me, Emily Easton and Joseph Busick, also known as Jim Felt, and I forget the other one from Murphy Brown, but they live out in Berwyn. They've been part of the show, and that means a lot to me. I'd like to thank Tones Rosette and Lindsay Verstegen for listening to the show, giving me feedback. Lindsay is DJ LV. She's been on the show. Tony's been on the show. Everybody's been on the show. I'd like to thank Andrea, DJ Dre for being on the show, my friend Herbert Migdal, Judd Deggs for being one of the early fans of the show, Amy from Evanston for calling in for so many years, of course, Colleen and Patrick. I'd like to thank the Kansas City Royals for giving me something to root for in the postseason and playing some of the best baseball I've ever seen in my life. I'd like to thank the Buffalo Bills. Mostly, I'd like to thank Chris Coop, the man here to my left, for being a part of this stupid, fun, weird, zany little world that we've both been a part of for the past 3 years. He has made it exciting and interesting and bizarre, and I can't thank him enough for that. But mostly, I guess, I would like to thank the hundreds of callers and fans that have given me such an amazing outpouring of support over the past 3 years. All of your messages on the Facebook page, all of your mail. All of that stuff has meant so much to me over the past 3 years. I don't think you'll ever have any idea how much is that has meant to me. And let me just do this so I can recalibrate.
And he heard rhythmic slapping sounds.
Okay, there we go. Let's just make a joke out of it. But the outpouring support and calls that I've got from people that listen to the show and tell me how much it means to them, I mean, that has just meant everything to me. And that's the reason why I do the show. I do it to I did it to, crack myself up and to have some fun. And the fact that people listened to it and responded to it, it took the whole thing in another direction. And I know I'm kind of babbling and running on here, but I just want you to know that anybody that's taken the time to listen to the show has enriched my life and made this stupid little radio show actually mean something to me. So thank you. I can't thank you enough, and I'm sorry that, I promised you that I would cry, and I knew that I would deliver, because I'm a little, tiny little baby with a bad case of, So anyway, that is the end of my thank you, and that is the end of the Wood and Breakfast radio program for good. It has been an absolute pleasure doing this show for you. And if we have something going on in the future, if we have, there's been talks of a podcast, there's been talks of me trying to get another radio show, there's been talks of me trying to do some, what was that movie with Christian Slater? Where he's like the pirate radio guy. I can't remember, but maybe I'll do something like that. And I hope you guys all come along for the ride with me. Thanks again, and have a good night. I'm going to play this song. It's one of my favorite songs in the whole world. It's not really fitting for the end of a show, but it's fitting because it means a lot to me, just like this show does. Thanks again. This has been the Wood and Breakfast radio program. You're listening to 88.7 WLUW, Chicago Sound Alliance, broadcasting from the campus of Loyola University. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. And the song won't play. Hold on one second. Oh, my God. The computer's frozen. You've got to be kidding me. The computer's frozen. Hold on one second. Oh, my God. I knew it would end this way. I have to log out and log back in. Hold on one second. It's not letting me log out. Hold on one second. So anyway, did you hear the one about the apple cider guy who went to the store and turns out they were out of apple cider? Can you make this start again? You're a computer guy. And you guys are getting 2 more minutes of Wood and Breakfast because...
this is the one you want, right?
Yeah, that's the song I want. Oh, okay, hit pause. Okay. How did you just click it and it started?
It knew I was there.
Guys, take back whatever I said about there being more radio in the future. I obviously have no business at all being on the radio. If I don't know how to run a computer by now, then I'm not going to learn. Anyway, no, I love you. This has been the Wood and Breakfast Radio Show. Sorry for the final technical difficulty, but I think it's only fitting. Good night.
Chicago. 88.7. Chicago Sound Alliance.